3, 2, 1. Danny Ramos.
Gill.
What's up, man?
What's up, dog?
What's going on? And it's Danny Ramos, no relation to Ranting with Ramos. I just want to throw that out there. But what's up, man, dude? How you doing?
Good, bro. Good. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen you.
It's been like 10 and a half years, 11 and a half years, maybe?
Something like that. I had, right before you walked in, I said 15, but I was just rounding off.
15?
Yeah.
5 years is a long round off.
It is. Yeah, you're right.
Rounded off to the half
15 years.
decade.
No, you're right, because we were still hanging out when I was like 7. You guys were at my 18th birthday.
Yeah.
And I was still in high school, yeah. So yeah, I don't know why I was saying 15.
Yeah. Well, you're a little bit younger than me.
Yeah,
so.
and Russ and everybody.
So what's up, man? What's going on? We're gonna try to, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna try to jam pack 10 years into like in about an hour and a half.
Let's do it. We can definitely do it. I'll just we'll do like the New Year's round off. I'll give you every year something important that happened.
There we go. Timeline.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start.
I went to college. Next year, I dropped out of college.
There we go.
I went to barber school. Next year after that, I was at a barber shop. Yeah, so we can just do that.
There we go. The podcast is done.
That's actually 4 years right there. So that's
there we go. We got.
So I told you about that part.
We got 4 years in a minute and a half.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
But you're a barber, dude, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, a barber now.
How long have you been doing that?
6 years now.
6 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then before that, I was in school for a year. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You went to barber school?
I did.
Okay.
I went to a barber school in Pasadena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's PCC has a program for cosmetology.
Oh.
So I went for that.
Gotcha.
And I did that, did the whole cosmetology thing. And then I had a job, I think, before I had my license. Like I went somewhere to go get pomade. This place called the Cream Shop.
Is that legal?
Well, I wasn't cutting hair yet.
Oh, okay.
I had mentioned to them, so I went.
Sorry, I like to question things if they're legal or illegal.
That would have been illegal.
Don't question me, okay?
That would have been illegal in the barber world. I mean, but people do it all the time. I mean, I bet. I'm not gonna say anybody.
Yeah.
But I know people who don't have their licenses who have been cutting for like 10, 15 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And they have like chairs and stuff, and
they work at a shop.
What?
And I guess this is gonna sound kind of funny to say. They have a burner license, which is you go online. You can make a fake license online.
Is it hard to get a license or what?
I think for some people, I guess it's just the test taking part of it that's hard.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't have a hard time with the practical part, which I just found out they don't do anymore.
What?
Yeah. So when I was going,
that's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's like people getting like driver's license and them not taking the driver's test.
I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happens one day.
You think so?
No.
I need that to happen now.
Man, seriously. Here, just do the written.
License.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we just got a guy who he just got his license in September.
Mm-hmm.
But he came into the shop and he was like, look, like I mean, this is, and if he listens to this, he's going to be like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He was like, dude, I barely have any experience actually cutting hair. And I was like, well, you should know how to do something, you know? Like, I mean, like.
If he's gone to school, he should know.
Yeah, he has, I mean, he has his license, like his actual legit license. And I was like, oh, you know, like, how does that work out? And he was like, oh, well, like in school, we only had to do like a couple of haircuts a week. And then when I got down to my test, I just had to do the written part of it. And I was like, so they don't make you do the practical part anymore? And he was like, no.
So what's entailed into the practical part?
Okay, practical part is pretty much you have to do like a haircut, and then you learn how to do facials, like on like dolls. So you have to do like the movements and use like the fake like massage gels on their face and stuff like that. And you have to do a manicure. And I don't do any of that stuff anymore, by the way. Like I kind of just like, I was like an Etch-a-Sketch when I did it. I just like remembered it long enough to like do it, and then I shook it out of my brain after I got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because I wanted to just cut hair. I mean, I don't remember. Do you remember when I was like in high school? I was like cutting Kevin's hair, like other people's hair.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to do. was just cut hair. So I was, I'm gonna go for the hair cutting stuff, and I'll figure it out once I get, you know, my license. What I'll do.
So is the license like a blanketed license for somebody doing manicures, somebody doing cutting hair, somebody doing pedicures and facials and stuff? Is it just like
it's a blanket?
One like one license covers
mostly all of it.
Everything.
But I guess you can get like actual like specialized licenses for facials.
Oh, okay, right.
I don't really know exactly how you know how you get those, but like you can go just for nails. You can go, you know, that's what I guess estheticians do and stuff too, because they'll do like eyebrows. So people will go to school just to learn how to like remove hair removal.
Really?
Yeah, they'll go and learn how to do like hair removal and stuff like that. But
did you just wake up one day and think, I'm gonna cut hair for the rest of my life?
You know, this is a story I've told over and over. I watched Cry Baby when I was like 8 or 9 for the first time.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm. And I remember, dude, I mean, all of our haircuts were like that, you know? So.
Yeah, they're pretty wild. Too bad we didn't have like I didn't pull up like an old picture of like the group.
Don't you have a picture?
I have an old photo of myself with a quiff on my phone.
There you go. Maybe you can airdrop it into my laptop. Yeah, if you want. So, Crybaby. I had my question about the licensing stuff. So
yeah, I know we were jumping all over.
most of it is like sanitation stuff, isn't it?
Honestly, if I could be 100% honest with you, I don't feel like the people who are giving me my tests really gave a shit.
Really,
my haircut was good because my haircut was fucking awful. The one I did there,
really,
I know. I was like, this is probably the worst. This is worse than when I actually first cut hair.
Damn,
because I was so nervous, you know. So you go in and there's pretty much like 80 other people taking their tests in one big quiet room.
Right.
It's like a library and everyone's cutting hair. And I'm Danny, your friend, and I'm the one dude who dropped a comb in the test.
Really?
The one guy. And
You're that guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy. So they had told us what to do.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much like, I remember the lady at the class was like, they don't care about your haircut. Like if you drop a comb, sanitize your hands, get a napkin, pick up the comb, put it in the quats, and then sanitize.
The quats is like that thing with the blue stuff in it. Right? Okay.
Yeah. Put it in there, re-sanitize your hands, and keep fucking cutting hair. So I remember her just saying that, and she kept saying it for like the 2-hour class that I was in.
Jeez.
So I was like, what, why are you pushing this so much? So it really is only about the sanitation. I mean, for anyone who's going to take their test, just be clean. Well, no, wait, they don't do practicals anymore, so it doesn't matter anymore.
When did they stop that? Do you know why they stopped that? Can we Google that? Because I gotta know. I have to know this.
Yeah, because I'm actually kind of like, wow, dude. Like, because I was stressing, dude. You know?
Maybe it was with COVID, having people come in person,
but
touching other people, things like that.
It could have been.
Yeah, but the whole part of the practical test was to be sanitary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't there be more like rules for them to be sanitary instead of just fuck it?
Yeah, you don't have to.
No more tests.
Oh no. Okay, so I guess he did mention that to me.
Sorry, what would it call? Cosmetology or what?
Why did practical get limited for? I guess cosmetology license.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, because and he has a barber license. Because he has specifically a barber license.
Right.
So, yeah, he was telling me that. I guess he said too many people were failing the practical.
Oh.
I'm like, is that really like?
But that should deter like. I mean,
if you're going to be a hairdresser or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And why would you just pass them because everybody's failing? I mean, are we that much in need for barbers,
honestly,
and hairstylists?
Well, I mean, we just had like a huge exodus at our shop. We had one guy he wanted to open up his own shop, and he's like friends with everybody at the shop. So they ended up being like, "Hey, we're all gonna go over there and work."
Oh wow!
So it's only my boss and I, and then we have 2 other barbers who come in and out. Like one comes in the beginning of the week, one comes at the end of the week, but they both work at other shops. So they'll come in, like they'll come and go, you know. And then we have this new guy who I just told you, he's like a brand new barber, and he's the one giving me the scoop on everything now. So it's just my boss and I, and we're like, dude, where are all the barbers that need jobs?
Damn.
Yeah. You know, so I'm like, where is everybody kind of? Because I remember when there was a time in 2017 when I started working at this shop, Speed and Style, where like there was people coming in asking for jobs like maybe like every 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, it's too bar.
It's part of the service industry, right?
Yeah. You know, and we just didn't have the room at the time. We were just like, oh no, we have everybody we need. You know, so that, but now it's like there's nobody around. Like, is everybody working at shops? Or I have a feeling people are doing stuff out of their house now.
Oh,
it's the mobile stuff, and it's the hey, I'll go to your house for whatever, you know, X price, you know, and or hey, you come to my house. You know, it's like private. You can smoke weed or
you can smoke weed, take a dump in my my bathtub. Did you find something?
I found the bill.
Oh, it's the bill?
Yeah, so this is the bill.
The bill known as SB 803 reduced the cosmetology and barbering programs to 1,000 hours of training. Previously requires 1,600 hours, only 600 hours, and barbering required 115. The bill also establishes a new 600-hour program for hairstylists that want to offer cutting and styling services only.
So then here it says it also removed the practical examination completely.
Oh, this year.
Wow.
January 1st, 2022.
And other states had, I think Texas says that since like 2014 or something.
Dang. They were way ahead of the curve. Drop it down. Go back to streamlines what? Yeah. Streamlines the process for stylists looking to transfer out-of-state license, upstate requirements for mobile unit. Okay. Creates a new 39-hour pre-apprenticeship program administered by the CA Board of Cosmetology. Allows what is that word?
Estheticians
to offer. What's that?
That's like what, like skin, like facial, eyebrows, all that stuff.
Okay.
They'll pull your eyelids out. No, I'm kidding.
Do they have those?
What? Someone will like
pull your eyelashes out?
Ow. I think
I don't know.
People just do it by themselves.
Yes, you need your eyelashes.
But do you really?
Yeah, it keeps dust and dirt and everything from getting in your eyes.
I never thought about it.
That's why we have them?
Yeah, that's what they're for.
Oh.
I never thought about it.
I used to know this girl that used to just pull them out when she was nervous.
Really?
And she didn't have any.
Oh, my goodness.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't have any.
What the hell?
Yeah. I didn't notice, too. And she used to eat them.
Whoa.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That's really crazy.
I thought I told you this, no?
No.
No? Oh, yeah. It was weird.
Did you date her?
I played the fifth. Danny Ramos. We have Danny Ramos here. Why are we asking me questions
of the women interviewing us?
Okay. Jesus.
So yeah.
So they passed that SB 803.
Isn't that crazy?
So what happens now? Like I always think like for you, have you ever had anyone go into the barbershop and have like lice or like a ringworm or something? Like
never.
No.
And I hope it never does.
Really?
Yeah, I've always, that was kind of like a fear, I guess, at some point, but I've never had that happen to me. So I'm like, okay, I'm sure it happens too, like to a lot of people, but
absolutely,
it's never happened to me. And plus, I kind of hope that if you know, would they know if they had lice or not? That's kind of like, because if they if they did and they came and got a haircut, I'd be like, what the fuck's your problem? Are you trying to ruin me? You know what I mean? Like you're coming into a barbershop, like
right.
You know,
not that lice knows if it's a child or not, but most lice. Not most children have lice, but the people that do have lice are children, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but that should be based on like what kind of clientele you have.
Yeah.
Right. So, like what clients do you normally typically have? Like the demographic.
Mostly like middle class, if that's still
like demographic, meaning like age range and age range and male or female.
Okay.
Or they or them.
Age range, man. I have everybody, man.
Yeah?
I have an 80-year-old client who he had a heart attack on Tuesday and came and got a haircut on Wednesday.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah, it was a mild heart attack.
I need to get my hair cut.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay.
You need to get your hair cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in. So I have an 80. Yeah, I have a guy like that.
Mm-hmm.
I also have kids in high school who are, it ranges all over. I have people who are businessmen.
Mm-hmm.
We have gangsters that come in, reformed gangsters that come in.
Wow.
Bikers, lawyers.
Okay.
All the, everybody.
And most of them, they're just, they're your clients, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, they're pretty, they're even killed, every client, everyone's clientele is kind of, I don't have like a super, and I'm pretty sure every barber feels like this. Like it's like every morning you wake up and you get a text of, oh, hey, I can't make it in today. Hey, I got sick. They sent me their COVID test, like just in case I don't believe them and I think they're ranking or something.
Yeah.
I get that. And I'm like, dude, it's cool. Like it happens, The ones that like, I kind of am like, dude, what the hell about? Or like the ones who are like, hey, like they know that, especially right now, because we are understaffed, that they're like, hey, like, can I come in at 10 today? And it's like, okay, like, let's just say, give it like Labor Day. Everyone's off on Labor Day.
Right.
And, hey, I want to come in at 10. And I'm like eating my breakfast at like 9 a.m. at my house. And I'm like, I have a schedule from 10 a.m. I'm booked until noon. My only break is like 12 to like 12:45 to eat. Maybe go for a little walk. Call my wife or text my wife or something like that. Respond to like other, clients.
Yeah.
And then I just start again at 12:45 and I go until about 6, sometimes even 7, just straight through. And so you'll get the dudes who are like, hey, can I come in first thing? And I'm like, oh, I booked out for today. And then like you can kind of tell they're trying to like sneak their way in. They're, oh, okay, well, what about like 10:30? Can you be there at 9:30? Oh, what about like, you take your lunch at 12:30, right? I'm like, well, yeah. And I'm like, well, can you squeeze me right there? And I'm like, well, you're going to pay me more? Because I'm not going to eat and I'm going to be in a bad mood. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be in a bad mood and that's not going to be fun for me. I'm not going to have a good day. Because you definitely need to, I definitely feel like one thing for barbers, they need to take care of themselves.
Right.
Physically. Like, you don't have to go and do a whole CrossFit workout, run 5 miles.
You look fit, dude.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I have my wife who's definitely my motivator. She's up at like 4:30,
really?
4:45 a.m.
Dang.
Wow.
Every day. So like I put my alarm on at the same time she does. So just in case she falls back asleep, mine will go off again. Like I'll snooze it and then she'll be like, damn it, I have to get up.
Yeah.
And then that wakes me up.
Gotcha.
Because if it weren't for that, I'd probably be going to the gym at like 8 and going for like.
So you go like early mornings?
We get there about 5:30. And
really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, like red-eyed and I like the only way I can really justify getting up that early is by like I'm gonna mess with my wife the entire time we're getting ready. I'm gonna like make fun of her. Hey, why are you changing your outfit so much? Or why are you changing your shoes so much?
Damn, shade.
Yeah, hurry up. I'll like sing songs to her, like trying to like get her to hurry up, and that's the only way I can like get, I guess, my mood up enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna go and get a good workout in.
Okay.
And that's I feel like that's important for people who are, especially if you're gonna be standing all day and you have to be lively with all your clients all day long. You can't be like, imagine eating like a double chili burger and then you have to cut like 10 more heads of hair. You're gonna be like slumped, you know. So I definitely feel like, okay, like I have to keep my mood up, and the only way I'm gonna start my day is if I have like a good cup of coffee and get like a good exercise in, and then boom, I've kind of got my like body warmed up so I can like stand all day and give like 110% to my clients.
Right.
Because that's kind of what they're there for. Honestly, I don't do Instagram worthy like crazy haircuts all the time.
Right.
Like to give haircuts like that, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of time, and to put your 100% into that it's hard, especially when you have people every half hour, so, and I'm not doing like, you're not going to like Google haircut and mine's the first one,
right.
But they definitely come for like the camaraderie of the shop. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, have you gone to go see this movie? Hey, did you watch that show? And I know like a lot of it's weird because I remember people's names and I'll remember like stuff about them. Hey man, like, hey, is your daughter better? Hey man, how's your dad? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And they're kind of like, oh, they're good, or oh, my dad's not doing so good. Or we think it might be,
Yeah.
He might pass soon or something like that. Oh, all right, man. Well, let me know when he does. I'll hook you up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll
cool.
do stuff like that. Hey, man, like I had a client text me today, and she gets her haircut short, and she was like, hey, like I'm broke. I can't. I'm in between. I'm going to she was going to a job interview at Disney. Like in like 2 weeks or something like that. And she was like, hey, like I'm broke right now, and I'm like, hey, like just let me know when I'll do it for free.
So you do female longer hair?
No,
well?
Not typically. I mean, I've messed up my wife's hair a few times. I'm kidding.
Did he really? Oh, by the way, we have an audience member in the chat room. But dang, how bad was it?
It wasn't bad. No, just my bangs,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
It grows fast.
I asked for it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah,
blame her.
Yeah,
it's her fault. It's your fault for letting him.
It is because she kept saying shorter.
Oh, you
shorter.
are too?
No, I said I have my own hairstylist.
Oh, okay.
I'm too lazy to give her a call, so I'm like, you know what, I can cut my hair.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're great at it, gravely.
Yeah.
Don't get any ideas, Gilbert.
Why not?
On for 2 weeks.
I like his hair. I like how it's just like a half or a zero.
Yeah.
It's like that's like simple and like,
I honestly, the reason why I'm bald is because I wanted to cut down on my time in the morning, and I'm just lazy. I think that's what it is. Like it became like, I didn't want to. I kept on like I had like a Suavecito order on Amazon, and it was just just coming in like every couple of months, right? A couple of jars of the Feed 'em at Hold. And I would always buy combs, and I don't know, I just kind of like got bored. I got bored of the same style, the same everything, and I was just like, one day I just decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it all.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And then you felt liberated, huh?
I felt great.
Yeah.
Every couple of days, like I went, like the last time I let it grow like a week, maybe.
It looks good.
I didn't like
I
it.
liked him with his hair.
It starts to get itchy.
But he showed up to my house and picked me up. And then he had a baseball cap on. And I could see a smirk, but I didn't even think, like, what's happening. And as we're driving, he takes it off. And the first thing I told him was, like, you look like a penis head. And he was all bummed out. But
He should. I mean, he used to have.
But he looks good now.
Have you ever seen old photos of Gill?
Yeah, of course.
Man, I remember when I first met him, like he had like a huge pompadour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he had a gray flannel. It was funny because like the group that we hung out in, a lot of them wore like gray and black. Like I remember everyone having like a gray flannel. We wouldn't wear it on the same day.
Those were our colors.
You guys are like a gray and black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are like, was that like actually like a color? Like this is our gang color.
It was a color that we used to wear all the time.
Yeah, I remember like all of you guys had that, and I was like, dude, this is. And then I remember I got gray creepers.
Yeah,
and
we made you.
You did.
No, I'm just kidding.
You guys definitely, because it was me and Kevin that were hanging out first, and then Johnny and a couple other little dudes that we I got in contact with one of them.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool.
Yeah. And he was in a band, I forgot, but I remember like hanging out with them, and then I remember Kevin and Danielle. Remember Danielle met Russ and all of you guys.
Daniela?
Yeah. And a Milcar. I remember he kept talking about, Milcar is badass cars. And I was like, what the fuck are these people? And what's funny is I actually saw you guys before I met you guys, because my dad picked me up from school one day. And we were driving past the Wendy's on Commonwealth and Atlantic, and all of you guys are on DMX bikes.
Oh, okay.
Like riding around the parking lot. Like, you know what I mean? A bunch of dudes wearing gray and black, like with pompadours. It's like, those guys are dope.
Yeah, and by the way, I didn't even live in Alhambra or San Gabriel Valley.
Where'd you live?
I lived in Whittier.
Really?
Yeah, I was just hanging out. I hung out with Russ like every weekend, every chance that I got to go hang out with him.
Yeah.
I'd go over there and hang out. Like like the first couple of years that we all hung out, I lived in Whittier.
Yeah, I remember them mentioning. now that you're mentioning it, like I remember someone lived in Whittier. That was you. So
Yeah.
I remember like, oh yeah, like someone lives in Whittier, and so it was you. I don't think we ever went over there. I don't remember going over there.
No, it was.
You were always coming to us.
Yeah, it was always because I was the one that was like
away,
and you guys were like I remember this back then. Every exit was somebody. Like you were the last person because you were by the 710, and then Alan was like the first exit, and then Amilcar was the second exit off, and then it was like Russ, and then Kevin, and then you. So it was like boom, boom, boom down the line, and I mean there was no reason for me to go over there. I mean there was no reason for you guys to go over there, and plus
I was farthest, so I wouldn't even be able to go because I didn't have a car. It would just be like a milk car going.
Yeah, and then plus your house was the hangout spot, anyways.
Yeah, I don't remember how that happened. I remember just
I don't know. We just started showing up at your house.
Yeah, and then you guys would.
Your parents were feeding us. I think that's what happened,
like,
and they were so cool too.
Yeah, it's kind of like when my mom would feed raccoons. No I'm kidding.
Yeah, kind of. Definitely.
Feed them, they will come.
Yeah. Or like stray cat. We're like stray cats, I think.
And you guys
definitely.
never left?
Yeah. And we never, well, we did leave a couple times. Yeah, I remember like your parents trusted Kevin like with the keys.
Story.
You remember that?
That is, I haven't even told my wife that story because I forgot about it because I got in so much trouble.
You weren't even there.
Trauma must have blocked out that memory, dude. It just came back right now.
Where were you? Where did you guys go? By the way, you and your family went somewhere, right? You guys did like a trip or something?
We went to we went to Mexico, or we went to Dominican Republic because my grandfather, he used to he'd be, hey, let's take the family. So he would pay for all of us to go. Yeah. So I remember like we didn't really have anyone to watch the house. I remember my mom asked my grandma's friend to do it. Yeah. And I remember like my mom and dad were kind of like iffy about her. So I was just like, hey, like Kevin, like just go by and check on the house. Like make sure she didn't steal anything, or like make sure she's not staying there. Yeah. And that's all I told him to do. But I guess I gave him the key and you guys used it as a crash pad?
Yeah. One night. We only did it for one night.
Oh my God.
We did it for one night. We were coming back from the beach.
We got caught.
And we had all these beers. We're pretty drunk when we got to Danny's place. And I think we stood up till like 3 a.m. just drinking Bud Light. And everybody like passed out in like different parts of the house. And there was cans everywhere. Like there was tall cans, there was regular Bud Light cans. We were all drunk. And I don't, who was it? It was the housekeeper or somebody.
No, that's my grandma's friend. That
was your grandma's friend?
My mom was like, hey, like she's, because I remember my dad and her had this conversation, and my mom had this conversation where they were like, oh, I forget her name, but she was like, she stole $200 from my grandma. Like, I'm afraid of her doing that to her house. But I guess they decided to lock their bedroom door. And my dad said, just lock the bedroom door, make sure there's no cats in there, because we had cats. And I remember being like, you know what, I'm going to tell Kevin just to stop by. Just stop in, see what's up, maybe have a couple beers, but don't spend the fucking night. He like completely, what did he tell you guys? Like, we can stay the night?
Yeah, he was like, oh, Danny was cool with it.
What a fucking, dude, that Kevin, bro. He's been doing that since 1866, bro. He's been making...
From that lady, from the lady that came in.
She woke you up, I heard, right?
Yeah, she like knocked on the door, and I opened the door, and I was just like, fuck. Like, why? And she walked in, and she was just like looking at everything, and then I don't remember anything else after that. I think I got up, and like I woke up Alan, and I told him, I was like, dude, we gotta clean up, and then we gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, because it could have been bad. And you imagine she would have called the cops or something. That would have been so bad.
I don't.
She called my. No, you know what? She didn't call anybody. So we got home, and I remember hearing about you guys spending the night, but I didn't know that so and so had stopped by, and I didn't know any of that. Oh no, you know what?
all these years, I thought it was like your guys is like somebody like a cleaning person.
No, it was someone that my family didn't really trust, but my grandma put her in charge because she's my grandma.
Yeah.
You know, and so I told Kevin, hey, dude, don't spend the night, no throw up, no nothing, none of that. Just come by. You guys want to have a couple beers, maybe like smoke in the back. Cool. And he was like, you know, Kevin, oh yeah. And then I guess he decided.
Yeah, Kevin was the hero that night. He was like, oh yeah, we could just crash at Danny's.
And my greatest adversary after that, bro, because I was in so much trouble.
Wait, what happened?
So he told me that someone stopped by, but I didn't think she was gonna rat on me because I didn't hear anything.
Oh, so he told you that somebody's...
He told me. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
And then I remember he said everything. Oh yeah, like this woman came by and I was okay, I guess we're in the clear. And then one day I was just like, everything was cool, bro. It was like a bright, you know, sunny day. And my dad's like, you know what? I'm never fucking trusting you again. And I was like, why? And I really didn't put two and two together because I mean, we had done so much stuff in our youth that I was like, what did I get in trouble for? I mean, not that we did anything super crazy, but I mean, you know, we drank. Yeah. You know, I think I smoked a couple times. You know what I mean? I'm like, what did he find out? Because, I mean, there's like a ton of stuff.
To put it into perspective, like, I think for like Danny's party, like there was no alcohol because obviously everybody was under the age of 21. But we were the group that like snuck in stuff to like the family parties. Like we were the guys that would fill up like I remember I had like a Carl's Jr. cup at like the family parties, and like we would each of us take turns going to Amilcar's car and pouring everybody's drink into like paper bags and paper cups.
Do you guys remember what you would drink? Because I do. I remember you guys had Steel Reserve.
Yeah, Steel Reserves, Cobras.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure if I should say
Cobras. Mickey's.
Do you remember? There's one. This was with you. We went to go see the Lumberjacks and the Daffies in a backyard.
Really?
Do you remember? That's okay. So this is a story I have.
Okay.
So you had your Carl's Jr. or Jack in the Box cup, this big old cup, and there was a clear straw. And I was like, "What are you drinking?" Because it was like a purplish color, and you're like, "Oh, dude, it's a Four Loko." And I was like, "What's the Four Loko?" And you're like, "Oh, you never had one?" And like you remember you guys had an extra cup somewhere. I don't know where it came from, and you guys poured me one. I remember I drank it during the Lumberjack show, and that show was crazy because that backyard was probably no bigger than your bathroom, dude. It was small. I remember the singer being up on like a planter and the drummer being like right below him and people running into the drum set, and like it was just black out there. It was like dark. You couldn't see anybody.
Where was this at? We were was it LA or was it like somewhere in
somewhere. Yeah, no, it wasn't east. We definitely went west because we were at someone's house in San Gabriel at the time.
Okay.
I don't know whose, but we left. I was drinking with you guys there. I think I had like a beer or two. But I remember you were like drinking this cup, and I was like, "Hey, what is that?" And you're like, "Oh, dude, it's a Four Loko." And I'm like, "What's that?" And you're like, "Oh, do you want one?" I'm like, "You guys have one?" And you guys poured me one. I remember I was like, I liked it so much at the time that I chugged the whole thing like during the Lumberjacks, and I was like, "That's really good." And you guys were like, "Let's go get some more." And I was like, "Let's go." So we went, and you guys got me another one. And dude, I got so drunk that night. I remember I walked into my house like so like, because my parents are like not cool with me doing any of that in high school. Like if they knew, you know, drinking 2 Four Lokos.
I'm a great influence, ladies and gentlemen. You can have me at your next child's party.
That was fun.
I do birthday parties.
You took care of me though. All of you guys really were like cared. You know, the only person that screwed around so much that you guys couldn't take care of was Kevin. Yeah, he would always get like exorcist vomiting drunk. He would
belligerent.
I remember him like he was like the exorcist one time on my front lawn, and I was like, dude, now I have to wash all this away because my parents are gonna wake up and see this like demonic green goo all over the lawn and know that we were drinking.
To put it into perspective, I think Kevin was sober when he made that decision for us to sleep at your pad.
Damn, he was sober?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
He used to do a lot of stuff that was just questionable. For sure. did a lot of questionable things, you know, like smoking. And I remember one time he was smoking inside his apartment. His dad came home.
What an idiot! Why would you smoke inside?
I think his dad smoked, so I think it smelled like smoke.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes sense.
I remember him like just like puffing away, and I was like, nah, like because if he comes home, like we're gonna get in trouble. Like he's gonna call me too, my parents too. And he's it's no big deal, and he'd always be like smoking and playing video games. Yeah. And one time he had his little video game going, and his dad walks in, and I remember he like froze and like he went like this with the cigarette, and there was a cup of water that I had, and like he tried to like dump it in, but it fell on the rug.
What an idiot!
Yeah, he was like,
sounds like Kevin.
That is Kevin, dude. Kevin was always doing stuff like that.
Well, damn, I lost my train of thought. The fuck?
I don't know. We're just telling old stories.
Where's Kevin now? Is he a family man?
Dude, I don't even know. I stopped talking to him. Yeah, because he was just doing a lot of like,
crack.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
It might have been. I mean, you know, he just kind of was just.
I'm joking.
He was just a rabbit hole of, you know, oh well, this happened. Oh well, this happened, and then he disappeared.
He called me. Okay, now I remember the last time I talked to him was like in 2017 or 18. He called me wanting to come hang out in San Gabriel, and I was already living in Rancho Cucamonga.
Okay, yeah, he kind of burned the bridges with everybody else.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I was hanging out with him because I lost contact with him after high school for a little while because he was hanging out with everybody else. But I remember, I don't know what happened, but I just ended up breaking off and going to school, and I was in a band for a little while. And yeah, so I went to ELAC for a little while, and then I just lost contact with him and all of you guys. And then I, you know, fast forward a couple of years, I was a barber, and I actually ran into him. I was at a stoplight, and I hear someone like whistle at me, and I look like
whistle,
yeah, like a little like.
You know, who does it? In a car?
Yeah, and I like look because I'm like, who the fuck just did that? And it's Kevin, and he has like that little spider web in his elbow, and I'm like, oh shit, what's up, dude? He's like, what's up? Where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to work, and he's like, oh, where do you work? I'm like, oh, I work at this barbershop. He's like, give me your number. I'm like, damn, dude, and you're over here getting my number from a window. Like we're sitting next to each other in our cars. So I give him my number, and then I get back in contact with him, and then Johnny. This guy named John. Do you remember Johnny?
I remember Johnny. He used to work at the Hat, right?
Yeah. Okay. Me and him, we're really close. We were really close for a long time.
Imagine that's something that somebody remembers you by, you working at the Hat.
Yeah.
Just think about that. I wonder what people do. Like you're associating me with drinking a lot and sleeping in your parents' house when I'm not supposed to.
I also remember like you and me like sitting next to each other in did someone have a Pathfinder or a Jeep?
Rusted.
I remember you.
It was like a crossover type of Jeep thing. I remember that.
I remember you because you and me were moshing in his back seat to the Casualties on the freeway. But he's like, "Stop it! You guys are gonna flip my car over."
Yeah,
that's the one. The one that always comes back to my memory with you because I barely knew you, and I started just like nudging you. Yeah, and then you were nudging me back. I was like, "All right, cool." And we started like all of us were like messing around.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, and then I remember like Russ being like, "Hey, knock it off! The car's swaying."
Yeah,
and we were like stopped, and then like you started again. I remember that's like my very like memory of you. Like, dude, that was funny because I think I just met you that day when we did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, like this guy is actually pretty cool.
That's what it was. Okay, it just popped back into me. The Four Loko, they too many Four Lokos now. Now I remember. They changed I don't know if you know this, but they like took them off the shelves. They took them off the shelves, and they changed their like ingredients, and they like put it back on the shelves because I guess too many people were having like heart attacks.
I heard something about that.
Yeah, they changed. Yeah, they changed like what was it? Yeah, they formulated the version in late December. What? It was 2010. Damn. Reformulated the version of the drink. Was put on the shelves. The new product packaging had exactly the same appearance as the original, but the caffeine, what is that? Guarana and taurine. Taurine is typically found in energy drinks. Taurine from the original drink had been replaced by food coloring agent Red 40.
That's why we would get so jacked and mosh.
Red 40 is like the worst thing you can drink.
Is it?
That's why they replaced it with that.
What is it? What is Red 40? Can we look that up?
It's just a coloring.
Food coloring, but it's like linked to like cancer and all these.
Dude, you and me.
Hard. But why did they take it? Oh, hold on. Why did they take it off? Why did they reformulate it? Is what I'm saying. Because of people were having heart attacks and shit.
I had heard about people having heart attacks with it.
Like young kids, right?
Mm-hmm. I heard about that. Do you remember MD 2020s? Do you remember MDs?
MDs?
2020.
Oh, I never liked those. I never drank those.
I used to love those.
Really? With orange juice?
Not the orange juice one.
They had one that looked like orange juice.
Oh.
Yeah, they had a red one. The blue one was my favorite. I think this is because I was so psychobilly.
Yeah.
I was like, I need a neon blue drink.
Yeah.
To be more psychobilly.
The neon blue ones, and the green ones. The what?
There was lawsuits against them.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm getting too drunk. I'm gonna sue the company For Loco. That makes 0 sense.
What if there's like a thing on TV in like 5 years that's like, if you ever drink a Four Loco, you're entitled to compensation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Gill, let's give these people a call.
I'm getting some money, by the way. So if you see me in a white suit burning paintings, burning what was that artist called? Frida? If I'm burning like Frida Kahlo paintings and wearing white suits, you know, I've made it.
There you go.
So
Look, this is the history of Four Loco.
In 2010, one 23.5 ounce camo can turned the entire world loco.
Wow.
Human beings have been combining caffeine and booze for centuries. Italians would spike espresso with grappa and call it caffè corretto.
Ooh.
In Spain, they use whiskey or brandy and call it carajillo. Things changed in the 1970s when a Thai businessman concocted an herbal, energy-boosting tincture. He called it Red Bull. This is the first energy drink.
wait, Red Bull's the first energy drink?
Red Bull comes to America. Caffeine isn't just about coffee anymore. Millions of people are totally psyched. 1999, members of the Kappa Sigma fraternity at The Ohio State University begin mixing energy drinks and booze during frat house parties, as do sorority houses, many bars, and assorted Guidos all over the world. How you doing? Y2K, Jeff Wright, Jason Freeman, and Christopher Hunter, 3 bros at The Ohio State University and members of Kappa Sig, graduate college. Congrats, guys. Good job. 2001, Fast and Furious is released. I'm sure those dudes watched it. 2003, those 3 frat bros we were talking about noticed the growing popularity of energy drinks. They thought they could do it better. In 2005, the boys found fusion projects with a pH like fish dedicated to creating caffeinated booze. They describe themselves as, quote, their own target market, which, yeah, seems about right. Later, after a period of probably very fun R&D, they developed 4, a caffeinated alcoholic drink with 6% ABV, named after its 4 main ingredients, caffeine, taurine, guarana, and wormwood. Yes, wormwood is that thing in absinthe. You're totally right. 2006,
What?
4 is a giant flop, but Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift is not. 2008, after some more failed iteration, Fusion makes an all-or-nothing gamble with a new drink. They called it Four Loco. According to experts, Four Loco is effectively 4 to 6 beers, a shot of espresso, and 1 Red Bull in one can.
God damn, I used to drink like 3 of those in one sitting.
It's the year of the Loco. Fusion blows
I think I
wide
used to
open,
have,
tripling their
like, 2
revenue,
or
bringing an estimated 150
And I was,
million,
like, 17.
almost as much as Tokyo Drift. Four Loco becomes a pop culture phenomenon. It also gets the unofficial tagline, hyper, horny, and happy from the Ball State Daily News.
Wow,
However,
okay.
Senator Chuck Schumer had different sentiments, claiming it's, quote, designed to appear hip with flashy colors and funky designs that could appeal to younger customers. This brings us to the fall of Loco. October 2010, New Jersey's Ramapo College bans Four Loco, blaming it for the more than 20 students that needed to be hospitalized from excessive drinking. Also in October, a dude is arrested after breaking into a home and pooping all over the place. His last recollection is, of course, drinking a Four Loco. Also in October, production wraps in Atlanta for Fast 5. Halloween 2010, a young Will Fulton, aka me, drinks 2 Four Locos, that's Ocho Loco, eats an entire sleeve of Oreos, and throws up in his roommate's shoe. I am so sorry, dude. All this led to more bans. The University of Maryland,
Oh,
banned.
wow.
Boston College, banned. Wegmans, banned. All this led to state bans. Michigan, Washington, Utah, Oklahoma, banned. November 16th.
That's middle America, of course they're gonna ban shit.
Especially Four Loco.
To prove how dangerous they are, in less than 15 minutes, his blood pressure skyrocketed and he threw up, but he did not do so in his roommate's shoe. Good on you, Felix. November 17th, the day the Loco truly died, Fusion announced they will be taking caffeine, guarana, and taurine out of their recipe nationwide.
Guarana,
Later
that's
that
what it's
night,
called.
heartbroken New Yorkers hold a candlelight vigil for their fallen malt beverage in Union Square. November 18th, the Four Loco black market emerges out of the tears. People begin stocking up on OG Four Loco, selling them on sites like Craigslist for upwards of $50 per can. November 20th, Fusion is stuck with $30 million worth of unsellable inventory. December, the new and neuter Four Loco was released. They took out the energy but kept the booze. The public was not entirely enthused. January 2011, an undercover barber sting reveals certain stores in Virginia were still selling the old formula. At the end of it all, Four Locos fueled college drinking careers for countless imbibers over the course of 4 jittery, delirious years. Let's salute the can decked in electric camo, the horny, hyper, and happy juice, the super dangerous but admittedly fun blackout sauce. We will never forget you, Four Loko, even though we have trouble remembering you in the first place.
Wow.
Please.
Boom.
There you go. There's your history.
That's the whole. Is this? It's still around?
Yeah, it's still around.
So it doesn't have the same. Stuff in it.
They took out. What did they say? They took out taurine, caffeine, and guarana.
The equivalent of 6 beers.
Yeah, it felt like
shot
it.
of espresso or 2 shots of espresso.
2 shots of espresso and like an energy drink. Wow. Those things were good.
Dude,
I remember
I used to like pit so hard. I remember like drinking those and like going like a lot of mosh pits.
Yeah, I remember just like taking those, not remembering like the night, and then like waking up like super hungover, but still kind of drunk in the morning, and just like puking like red because I used to drink the fruit punch ones.
I think that's the one I like too.
Yeah.
But my hangovers weren't as bad as they can turn out to be now when I do get hungover.
Oh yeah. Do you still drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still drink. I mean, not. I definitely during the pandemic was like.
Oh yeah. How was your pandemic, Danny?
Oh my God, that's where I met my wife.
Oh okay.
Yeah, we really. She was scared to meet up with me because I may have been Jeffrey Dahmer and or had COVID positive.
Yeah.
So I don't blame her.
Dang, that's a double threat. Imagine,
dude.
Imagine dating Jeffrey Dahmer and he has COVID. And he has COVID. Yeah, like you don't know.
Yeah. So even if you do get out alive, you get COVID.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's bad. Yeah. So
have you had COVID? The C word?
I did.
You've had it
in June. June? Yeah. I had
this
it
year.
June. Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, it's the first time. First timer.
In May. For us too.
May.
First time.
Yeah. How was yours?
Oh man, I mean, it was actually the story.
It's like a vacation. How was it? How was
it? Actually, was a
your
vacation.
Experience?
It actually was a because I mean, like, I don't really get like vacations unless I schedule them with because your clients are gonna be like, dude, you're leaving Friday and Saturday. This is the Friday and Saturday you need to be there.
Yeah,
I'm having a big party, and I'm like, well, I'm going out of town with my wife. You know what I mean? They're like, well, I mean, can you come in the morning before you leave? No, you know what I mean. So like, I don't really get to do that. So. What happened? So it was actually funny because we had watched our niece the night before I had actually like officially caught COVID, and someone at my job got it, and we're like, oh dang, like, but we all felt okay. So I go home, we our niece sleeps over. I wake up in the morning and I couldn't get up. Like I literally was like opening my eyes and shutting them. Like I just couldn't sit up. And my wife being like, here, help me with the baby. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can't get up. I'm super exhausted. Like, and we had the air conditioner on all night. So I was like, maybe it's that. Maybe I'm just super exhausted because of like the cold air or something like that. So we drop off her niece. We go to the beach, dude. I'm at the beach and I feel fine, and I'm drinking with my wife. We're having a couple of drinks there. We have a cooler and then we go and get something to eat. And then she's like, you drive home. I'm like, sure. And so as I'm driving home, I get really hot, like my body, and I remember getting exhausted. And like I'm like, fuck, I want to pull over and let her drive. Like we were stuck in traffic, and she fell asleep. So I drove the entire way back.
Wow.
This beat down, and we were like being like, Danny, you're a real one.
Yeah.
And like I remember like we parked and everything, and then we go up, and we change, and I'm just like radiating like this like unnatural heat, and my back starts to hurt really bad. And I just couldn't take it anymore. I look at my wife. I'm like, I don't feel good. And I have to go to work tomorrow. So she's like, oh, like, let's give you a test, like a home test. Okay. I take the home test. And I hear her start to laugh. And I'm like, what are you laughing at? She's like, you're positive. Like, I'm like almost like, like we're pregnant or something like that. And I was like, no, you're lying. No, like, do another one. She does another one. Oh, you're positive. And I'm like, no, do another one. She's like, we've already done 2. Like, stop wasting them. You're sick.
It's like a gender reveal party or something.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And so I remember, like, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So I text all my clients. I cancel all my appointments, or I try to give them to like other barbers that are working at the shop at the time. And I just like bunker down. Dude, I remember I slept from 9:30 p.m. that night till 9:30 a.m. Woke up from for 3 hours. We were in the middle of a Stranger Things binge because the new season was coming out. So I woke up, I watched 3 episodes, fell back asleep at noon, and then woke up at 8 p.m. So I slept for 2 days.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. I remember waking up and it was all dark. I was all like, dude, this sucks. This is depressing.
What were your symptoms?
You know what? I didn't lose any taste because she got me ramen one night and I could taste it. Okay. I couldn't really smell all that much. I remember really harsh sneezes and coughs, really rough. And my back was killing me. I remember
that's weird.
Yeah, I have a roller at the house, and
what's a roller?
A foam roller, kind of roll out any kinks you have in your back, or if you have a knot or anything like that. You have sciatica, I guess they recommend you
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so I got one on, and I laid down on it, and it didn't help. My back still hurt. It was just this. It was almost just a feeling of pain versus it being an actual feeling. My muscles didn't actually hurt. It's my brain was telling me you're in pain, you're sore. Yeah. And I remember being dude, I don't.
It's very it's weird. It's the strangest virus because it's a lot of it is up here.
It is psychological.
It fucks with you.
It is
psychologically.
Yeah, it does. I remember on the 4th or 5th day, I felt like I was Joe Dirt in that hole.
On the 4th day?
Yeah, I was come on, man, that's enough already. Running around my apartment in my underwear.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember my sleep schedule was so off because I'd slept so much that I wake up at 5 p.m. and wouldn't go to sleep till 6 a.m. And she was sleeping throughout the entire time.
Yeah. Did you guys still hang out in the same bed?
No.
Did you wear a mask at all or anything?
And I didn't catch it.
And you didn't catch it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's strange, especially in the line of work you're in, having multiple.
I thought I would have caught it.
Exactly. Having that, close contact with God knows who. You know your clients, but
yeah, I had close calls. There was guys who were it was funny. They'd be and I can't make it today, and they wouldn't tell me why.
Yeah.
And then they'd be the next day, hey bro, thank God I didn't go in. I had COVID. I'm did you not come in because you felt sick? They're no, it's because I had to do something else, but I have COVID. I'm dude, it's a close call because I didn't really know what was gonna happen with that. You know what I mean? I wasn't can I die? I lived with both of my parents at the time, so I was dude, I don't want to give them anything, and I know that affects elderly people. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to get them sick or anything like that. So I was very precautious with that. I had a client who's he's a flight attendant, and I wouldn't take him.
Okay.
Because he was still flying all over the U.S. even though.
Oh, during the pandemic he was.
Yeah, and he would text me, and I would just not. I felt bad, but I was dude, this guy's getting in into a metal tube with people from all over the world, and he's going all over the world. You know what I mean? And who knows what he's probably gonna get it. You know what I mean? And if I take him, that could be the time that I can bring it home to my parents. And I just didn't want that big mess, and I wasn't sure what it was gonna do. So yeah, I never caught it. I'd gotten close calls, people texting me in the morning, I don't feel good. Then they'd be hey, yeah, I do have COVID.
Damn. Did your shop stay open during the pandemic?
No.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Yes
and no?
Dude. Yeah, we had.
It was a speakeasy type of bar?
I don't get in trouble for it
Not
now.
bar, but barbershop?
Yeah, we can't get in trouble for it now. It's been 2 years. Yeah, we did. I remember, so I took the first 3 months off. Because I didn't know what it was. You know,
damn, they had businesses operating like that? That's crazy.
Sucks, dude. It kind of sucked, but it kind of didn't It was. I kind of felt like I worked in my own little studio because sometimes no one would be there, just be me and my clients, music playing. We play it super low, but I remember we had put paper all over the windows, brown paper.
Yeah,
to make it look like it was shut, to
give it the illusion that you guys were closed.
Yeah, we couldn't close too late because then the lights would be on. You know what I mean? And they'd see the lights on, and we had heard about kind of entrapment stuff going on. I don't know if it quote me, I don't know if I'm wrong or not. This is just stuff I had heard on the through the grapevine that people would make appointments and then they'd go to a salon or a nail salon or a barbershop and the police would be there and they'd ticket them. And they'd shut down their business. They'd give them a $15,000 ticket.
Really?
And then they give the barber who was working, if there were 2 in there, they give them each a $5,000 fine. And you could lose you could have lost your license. I think people lost their licenses for getting caught. So I was like, I can't get caught. Like, this is my bread and butter. Mm-hmm. This is how I make a living, you know? So I was like, I'm not going to get caught. So I only really took, I trust most of my clients. You know what I mean? I don't know if I got burned, it would really suck. But no one did. No one was like, you know, like giving me a hard time. There was a couple times when like, I don't think people really realize the severity of it. Like I can't be open, you know, I can't be, you know, taking clients like regular. We're supposed to be shut down. And dude just come start knocking on the window. Like, dude, hey, like there's people walking by. There's, you know, like there might be an enforcement out there and you're knocking on the window. It's already, that makes it 100% obvious that
there's a password, dude. Like, what the hell is your problem?
The password is my phone number.
Come like, through the back. Like, you don't just try to come through the window. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you know, and I remember like one time, one guy was doing it so much, I actually opened the door and I was like, what's your problem, man? And he was like, what? And I'm like, dude, you don't realize like, like I can fucking not cut hair anymore. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I was like, you're not really keeping up with what's going on. Like you can't be knocking like this. Yeah. And he was, oh, well, I'm sorry. Well, can I schedule a haircut? I'm like, if you stop knocking like that, yeah. Yeah. You know, and then like I just have like weird stuff happen. Like I remember one time I went to go let a client out and that fucking dude like ran up. Like, hey, and I was like, whoa, what? Like, relax. Like, and you know, people were doing like a lot of crime. People were like stealing cars and breaking into houses at that time because it was, you know, everyone was wearing masks, and it was like people were running out of, you know, options to make money. So people were doing like fucked up stuff. So I didn't know if this guy was like trying to like come in and like rip us off, you know what I mean, or anything like that. So this guy like runs up, and I'm like, hey, like what are you doing? And he was like, I need a haircut, and I'm like, how do you know we were here? And he goes, oh, I've been watching you guys. I saw 2 people leave. And I'm like, dude, so you were sitting in your car? He's actually a client now. He's pretty cool. He's actually like he's still a client. It was just funny because like it sucked how desperate people were, but I was like, man, people will go to any measure to get a hair. It made me feel like, dude, I'm like an outlaw. Yeah. I'm like a really important outlaw right now. I mean, I'm like the Mandalorian. But, you know, but yeah, I remember like this different stuff like that. And then like I'd be going into the shop and like people would drive up and and everything happened. Like, I mean, I don't know if I was just sketched out at the time, but people like pull up and like super fast in their cars, be like, are you open? And I mean, I don't know how to respond. It's like, yeah, we are, but like only by appointment. Like, are you sick? Like, have you felt any symptoms? Like, there's a ton of stuff that kind of like went into taking like a new client and like also keeping, you want to know if they're sick, if they feel sick, right? You know, like, are they cool? You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah, because it would be easier to track if you were just taking your regulars, right?
Yeah, my regulars.
But taking on like newer clients, like in spite of the pandemic, so you have to be cautious.
Yeah, and not only that, like I don't know if these people were like enforcement, like trying to like get us busted, you know.
So they had like undercover
clients.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucked up. I thought that was something very messed up.
And did they do that with restaurants too? Do you know?
I'm sure. I'm sure they had like.
It was probably like the public health.
Well,
right?
Restaurants were able to
do like
they were essential, so we were open all the time. Never closed down. So not for that. But do you guys remember the guy that had his gym?
Oh yeah,
and it was like fully operating, and he had like over like 100 citations because he said he wasn't gonna close.
And he didn't. Give
a fuck. Yeah, I remember that dude.
Inside him.
Can we pull him up?
I know. I wonder what happened to that dude.
Where was? Do you remember where it was?
It isn't Orange County.
Sounds like
somewhere around here.
Oh, that's Texas vibes.
It is. She's probably from Texas.
But that's also OC vibes too. Yeah. Jim that didn't want to, yeah, I remember him. He had like a crazy amount of like
citations.
Oh, it's in New Jersey.
Oh, Orange County. It sounds like people from Orange County. Sorry. Because they, you know what's funny is there's gyms in Huntington Beach and stuff that were open though. I know that. I don't know. I remember people like working out outside and like doing that whole thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
So 1.2 million.
Damn.
More than 1.2 million in fines.
So did he end up having to pay that, or did he just like get it like? Oh, never mind. The pandemic's over. You're forgiven.
Right.
This article's from 2020, so let's see.
Where is he now? Where are you now? At. Oh, there we go. 2021. What was he saying? New Jersey gym owner who defied COVID closures running for U.S. House seat. Dude, oh, okay.
That guy's like, man, he's shooting for the stars.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I should run. Man, I should run.
You should run, dude.
Oh.
You should open like the first speakeasy barbershop.
I think they have them.
Do they really?
You know, there's,
I'm not trying to do something there.
I mean, that would be.
They have those.
That'd be cool if it was. But there's a girl that has one in Whittier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she has one. It's just like a little like you wouldn't know it's there unless like someone's like, hey, like,
oh, that's
here's
cool.
the number to this spot. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay.
People are coming up with all kinds of new stuff though.
Yeah, I remember a few years back, like the barbershop here in Ontario, they served alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah, they served alcohol, and I made the dumbest, like, I thought I was cool because I was getting a glass. I didn't even fucking think about it, but I asked the guy, I was like, oh yeah, let me get an IPA, right? He gave me my IPA in a bottle, and I was like, hey, do you have a glass? And he was like, yeah, sure. He gave me a glass, and I poured it thinking I was cool. I was getting my hair cut. What happens?
You dropped it.
No. I have my cup. He starts cutting my hair.
Your hair falls in.
And hair is just all up in my cup. And I'm like too embarrassed to say anything. And I was just like, fuck it. So I was too embarrassed to. I didn't say anything.
I mean, we give beer to our clients. We have like a fridge. You know what I mean? We give like one beer to like every so often to our clients. You have to read like. If we know them really well, or if like they've been waiting a long time, you know, we want to make them feel like, oh yeah, dude, go ahead, grab a beer. I've even had some of my clients bring beer to the shop and like, hey man, can I put this in here? I'm like, are you gonna come pick it up? They're like, no, it's for you guys.
Oh, cool.
You know, and like they'll leave it there. They'll leave like IPAs. I'm not really an IPA guy, but yeah, they'll come and leave stuff, and you know, I will give clients like Bud Light or Modelo, whatever, because that's like the standard beer.
Yeah,
we don't want to buy like super expensive beer and then like have it gone in a couple hours. So
yeah, and plus you don't want to get like your client all fucked up before getting a haircut.
Dude,
I was drunk. I think I was drunk. That's why I didn't give a shit if there was hair and lice and bullshit and caspa all over inside my glass. I didn't give a fuck. I just drank it. I was just like, oh, this is a good beer. There's hair in it.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's a hair.
I'm a good boy.
Beer.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah, we've given. There's been times when like we'll have a client be like, oh, we'll give them one beer, and they're like, hey man, like if they're cool, you're gonna be like, hey man, can I get another one? Sure. Then there was one time when like this guy had like 3 or 4. Like he had kind of gone to like when we weren't looking, he had gone to like each and every barber and like gotten a beer. Hey, is it cool? Hey, is it cool? Hey, is it cool? And he's like, hey, can I take? He goes and gets one out of the fridge and he's like, hey, I'm gonna take this to go. I'm like,
but he's taking beers from like those. That's your guys' fridge.
Yeah, because we have a fridge like for like our public refrigerator for all the clients.
Oh, nice.
You know, so you can just like most of the guys just walk up, hey, can I have a beer? Sure, go ahead, open it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people are like newbies are kind of like, I'm like, hey, if you guys want one, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we obviously, you know, if you're looking a little too young. There was one time a kid too was like, hey, yo, can I get a beer? And I was like, how old are you? And he's like, 21. I'm like, can I see your ID? And he's like, well, it's in my car. I'm like, well, then go get it.
Yeah.
And then he goes to his car and he comes back and he's like, oh, I forgot it at home. I'm like, well, then I guess you can have a beer, bro. You know, because he's all going to go get my, I like me, if that were me and I genuinely forgot my ID at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back, get my fucking ID, come back and have a beer in the shop even after my haircut, just so I let you all know.
Right.
Like, I'm 21. That doesn't make you look like you're totally like an underage person trying to get a beer, you know? Like, he was genuinely trying to, like, get a beer. And he looked like he was like 16, 17. And I was like, dude, like, yeah, go get your ID at home and you can come and have a beer if you want. And he's, yeah. Gets his haircut and then just leaves.
This is coming from a guy that used to drink Bud Lights at like 17 years old.
Yeah, dude.
We used to go get, we used to do bust a Hey Mister at every other liquor store.
I have a really bad story. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you remember this one. This is Gill. You were very drunk this time.
Oh, I was?
Yes, you were like red-eyed, bro. Like I never seen your eyes so red. I wonder if did someone have a Trans Am or something similar to that?
A Milcar was the only person that drove.
Russ had the other car.
Yeah, Russ had the Range Rover looking thing.
But yeah, he had the Trans Am, so that thing was bad. I remember like I was kind of first meeting you guys, and you guys were like, "Oh, all right, cool. Like you're kind of like the new one hanging out with us, so you're gonna get the beer." And I was like, "How am I gonna get it?" Like you're gonna take it, and I'm like,
"What?
Yeah.
Well, whose idea was this? Who was making all the communication here?"
Fuck. He's totally different now. It was Russ.
Really?
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, oh man, dude, because he's completely
right.
Made a 360. You know what I mean? So, man, dude. Yeah. So he's like, you're gonna get it, and I'm like, because he was kind of like our unofficial leader. Like
he was the leader. Yeah, I was the drunk leader. I was the drunk co-leader.
Yeah, but you ruled with like a soft, gentle hand. He ruled with like a fist.
There we go.
You know what I mean? So like he was like, you're gonna go get the beer, and I'm like, all right, like I'll do it. I'm like, I remember at the time I was just like, okay, like I want to hang out with these guys, so cool, I'll take beer. I don't know where we're gonna do it, but I'm down. You guys took me to house over there in Huntington on Huntington Drive in San Marino, because it was one of the only places that was still open, like in that area we were hanging out in. So we drive up there. A Milcar pulls over. I get out with you, and do you remember this at all?
No.
So we go in, and I'm like, "What do I get?" And you're like,
"Wait, you go in with me inside the store?"
Yeah.
Why would they send a drunk person with you in the store?
Bro, you were like ready to light a cigarette inside the inside the fucking supermarket. I'm like, hey, bro, like I know. I'm just doing it. Like you're just like, I'm doing it. And so I'm like, which one do I like? What do you guys want?
Yeah. And
I remember you kind of was like, any of this. And so I grabbed like the biggest case I could find of Bud Light or Budweiser. It was one of the two. And I remember I was like walking with it like this, and I was walking behind you, and I was like, so what are we gonna do? And so you go up to the check stand and you're like, hey, can I get a pack of Marlboro Reds? And right when you say that, I decide that that's the moment I'm gonna take off. So I fucking run for the door, and I take off, and I just I remember throwing the beer into the fucking car, like throwing it like over my head into the car, and then I jump in, and then we took off all fast, and then right when we get onto the to San Gabriel, they're like, wait, Gill. And they fucking turn around. He literally like peels, like spins out, like and goes back. And you're just standing out there smoking, and there's nobody out there with you. There's nobody questioning you. There's nobody. And then some like Asian guy who worked there is like, you guys fucking stole beer from the window. And Russ is like, fuck you. And then we take off. And I remember like, I'm sitting next to you, and you're like, dude, that was so funny. You just fucking ran. And I was like, yeah, like that's a beer run, right? You're like, yeah, that's exactly how you do a beer run.
Damn.
Like, you're sitting next to me, and all of a sudden you go like, and it's a clink, clink, clink. You're like, you got glass for us? And I was like, yeah. You're like, dude, you're fucking down. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm in now.
What the fuck?
You would get left behind.
Yeah, I remember like they weren't even like trying to like question him or like hold him back.
But I was just chill. They probably didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe they didn't know we were together. I mean, dude, I mean, you had a fucking pompadour, I had a quiff. We both have flannels.
They probably didn't give a shit. They'd be like,
you don't think they thought we were together? But it was fine. I remember you like being like, do you have any Marlboro Reds? And I don't know why that was like I'm gonna fucking do it. And I fucking took off, dude.
Telepathic. Like, that was like a telepathic moment right there.
Yeah, dude. And I remember like we peel out, and I was just so like amped up by like, okay, like someone can grab me and throw me on the ground. But I remember I was like, I'm not gonna let that happen because my dad's gonna fucking kill me if he finds out about this. So like I'm ready to get out of a grasp of somebody. I'm ready to fight somebody if I get grabbed, you know?
Yeah.
But I remember like holding the case and like running out, and I was just so like amped up by that moment that we get in, and a Milcar just fucking floors it out of the parking, like tears out and like
that's fucking nuts, dude.
And we go right when we
what the hell?
Right when we hit San Gabriel, I think Ellen is like, wait, Gill, and then he's like, and he spin. I mean, talking about smoke and everything. I'm like, dude, imagine if a cop was right there. We would have gotten so fucked, like busted. And so we go back in, and you just stand there like this, like you're just smoking, and you just like look at us while you pull up. You're like, what the fuck? And you get in, and then you throw your cigarette, and like some like dude standing outside. He walks out. He's like, hey, you guys stole fucking beer. Mm-hmm. And then I remember Russ being like, fuck you. Damn. And then we just took off, and I was like, dude, I'm hanging out with the outlaws. Yeah, like I'm an outlaw.
Dang, I was an outlaw, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it.
But I remember you like walking around the store like this, like getting ready to light your cigarette, and then remembering you're in the
store. I was
a
distraction.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're trying to.
I was a decoy.
You're gonna be the decoy. That was pretty funny, bro. That was pretty funny.
I did not know that.
That was. One of those
can't
times.
Remember that.
That was a time, and then we went back to Story Park, and I think you guys like. I remember I had to go home after.
Did we at least go to a party or something? Like
no, we went to Story Park.
So we did all that work.
Went back to Story Park and hung out in the bleachers drinking
and just
beer.
Went to a park.
Yeah. A lot of work for a whole lot of nothing.
No, but that sounds like a cool story.
It was funny. And then
it's a cool ass fucking memory, dude.
And I remember I had to go home. And so I was like, I gotta take the whatever 258 or whatever back home because I would take the bus all the time. And you're like, hey bro, like you stole a bunch of beers and you opened like I remember I had like a leather jacket. I had like a jacket over my flannel, and you're like, here, and you stuffed like 2 beers in my pocket. You're like, take those with you. Like, you earned those. And I was like, thank you. All young. Like, I remember like walking out of there.
That's fucking nuts, dude. I mean, I didn't, dang.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any other? I drunk. So I was, wow.
I remember one time you were telling us to all of us to punch you. You're like, go ahead. You're like, go ahead and take off on me.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
Why the hell would I tell people to punch me?
You were like, hey, go ahead. You guys got 13 seconds to body shot me. And so
hit me. Hit me. Let's go bodies, motherfuckers.
But Russ and Emil and Allen didn't fucking wait a second. They just started doing it. So then they're doing it, and then you fell. And you're like, keep going. Like, yeah. And then I remember like, I was like, okay. And I remember like, kind of like nudging you, but like not really. I was like, damn, like this guy's like, and then they're like, let's do it. Danny next. And I was like,
yeah, we had fun.
Yeah. We did a lot of that stuff.
Punching each other.
And stealing beer. Oh,
man, we were getting ready to go in the mosh pits. I think that's what it was.
We went in a lot of mosh pits.
Yeah. Radar Man. Wasn't that the band that you were in?
I was in Radar Man.
How long were you? They're still around, aren't they?
They're still around. They go to like Colombia now, I heard, and Mexico. Yeah, they go to like other countries and play now.
Dang, but you like helped start the band, didn't you? Or how did that happen?
Oh man. So I mean, I was obviously always playing guitar, and I always wanted to kind of like be in a band. Mm. So I knew the drummer.
He had an upright bass too, didn't you?
Yeah, I still have it. It's in my mom's garage.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, it's all fucked up now, but yeah, I should fix it. And I should start another band.
There you go.
Like, that'd be cool. Yeah, right. But yeah, I remember like I always wanted to be in a band, and so I knew Julian from another band called Necrocats that I had played with like my sophomore year.
Oh, I remember them.
Yeah. So I played bass for them for a little while. We kind of had a falling out, and then me and Julian actually had a falling out, and then me and him got cool again. And I was like, hey man, like you should start jamming again, but like instead of playing bass, I'll play guitar because it's more of a guitar. I felt like I was more of a guitar player than a bass player, but everyone said I was better at bass, but I wanted to play guitar, so I was like, I'm gonna play guitar. So I remember it was him and I were like, we need a bass player, and then I met a guy named Jonathan from this band called the Cosmics in Almani. His older brother plays the drums for Gambler's Mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I knew him through like just the scene. So I went to go see the Meteors, and he was there. He was getting water, and I was like, hey, like, you're from the Cosmics? He's like, yeah. He's like, not anymore. Like, we're not. And I was like, dude, perfect. So I'm like, hey, like, I'm starting a band, dude. Like, well, I don't have a name yet. We haven't played, but do you want to play bass? He's like, dude, get my number. I got his number. I pulled Julian over from Highland Park. We drove over to Alamani. We just started practicing. And then before we knew, we were practicing in John's garage. And then we were practicing in my backyard. And then we started playing in Alamani. And then it just kind of like we were playing every weekend, you know. And then before I knew it, it was like we were opening for like the Swampies. We were playing with a bunch of bands. I think we played with the Baltics one time. No, I don't think so. We played with a couple bands. Like kind of like up there in like the psychobilly scene, you know, they're bigger now. We played like Gamblers Mark, you know what I mean? We played with a few bands that were pretty, you know, people knew who they were. So yeah, I played with them from I think I started the band in 2010 or 2011, and then I left in 2013.
Yeah, that was when you were playing with him. That was like around the time where I had my son, so I kind of like. Went away from hanging out with you guys because I had to, you know, obviously I had a son. Yeah. I wasn't gonna do, you know, beer runs and smoke cigarettes inside liquor stores.
Punched by us on the floor.
Yeah, but yeah, like I remember like watching the social media stuff and watching you seeing the flyers, you know, come out with. I was like, oh shit, that's fucking cool, and then. Like I kind of like disregarded the scene for like years, the psychobilly scene for like years.
Busy. You had a son to raise, so
yeah.
And I kind of stopped hanging out with all those guys because I was like, all we were really doing was just partying every weekend, just drinking or not doing anything, you know. So I was like, I remember I wanted to make music. That was like my dream. So and we liked all that music, you know what I mean. So I was like, I want to play with these guys, you know. So we were going all over the place for a long time. We were going to Van Nuys. We never really played too far when I was in the band, but then, you know, we just kind of had I don't know, we had a Yoko Ono situation with the band, you know. I don't know if you know Yoko Ono, right?
Hell
Beatles.
No, I don't.
The Beatles, no?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
So, yeah, no, we just had like an issue with like one of the girlfriends was like kind of getting in between the music and us, and it kind of created a divide between I thought it was me and John were kind of like...
The psychobilly Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. And then so me and the bass player are like, dude, what the fuck are we going to do? Like, I thought me and him were on the same page. And then slowly but surely, like, not that we had like friends that would hang out with us at the shows. Like, me and the drummer got into it about her presence in the band. Because she wasn't in the band, but she was over here making decisions and... all this stuff, you know. So I remember like everyone kind of stopped talking to me, and I remember like I went to go play with the Swampies with them, and I remember like being like, dude, I'm the one who booked this show. Like I'm the one who went up to the promoters, was like, hey, like, you know, I'm, you know, radar man, you know what I mean? And so I remember like we went to go talk. I went to go talk to them, and like I kind of felt like isolated from the rest of the band. So I was like, you know what, like this is my last show.
Dang, really?
Like, yeah, it was just
so it was your decision to
spot on. Like at the moment, I was like, dude, because like me and him can't keep going like this. Because I tried to make peace with him.
Yeah,
I tried to make peace with him in private, like at a practice, and we didn't talk at practice. It was like I was telling the bass player, telling him stuff, and he was telling the bass player.
Dang, that must have been like an uncomfortable situation.
It was ugly. And then I remember like at one of the shows, it was like after we played like a really good show, I went to go give him like a hug, and he was like, nah.
Damn.
And I was like, dude, like really letting like stupid shit get in between us. Like I don't maybe their story is different. you know what I mean? I don't know if that
usually that's what happens.
Yeah.
Between, you know, situations like that.
Yeah, maybe their side of things is different, but I remember like feeling like I remember that night like I was really upset. Like I remember my heart beating in my throat. I was like, dude, I fucking got this band together.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, and I remember being like bummed out, but I remember like after we were done, I just got my shit and like walked to my car, like everything. I had like a big ass amp and my guitar, and I was like walking to my car, like, and that shit's like heavy. I was like carrying like 200 pounds worth of equipment, and I just threw everything into my car, and I was like, and we weren't practicing on my house at the time. We were practicing at like someone else's backyard, and so I was like, okay, now I don't have to see them anymore. Like they don't have to come drop the stuff off at my house. I can just kind of like distance myself until I either figure out, like, I remember like being done with the band, but I was like, maybe I'll distance myself for a month and then we can reconvene and then keep playing music. Cause we had a bunch of songs we were writing. And And yes, I remember like, okay, like I remember putting all my stuff in the car, and then I remember there was another band there, a younger band called A Random Bunch. And
okay, they're still around too.
Yeah.
I seen them on some flyers.
George is a great guitar player.
Yeah,
like, he replaced me, but honestly, if that's like the best person they could have gotten for it, because I don't know, he was just better.
So George from A Random Bunch, he joined
Radar Man. Yeah, and I was like, dude, I'm so happy that not only that they continue, that my little baby continued, but that he's doing it, because he was a fucking badass guitar player. He was really good, and he was self-taught.
Oh wow.
So he didn't take any lessons or anything.
Is it still the same trio now?
Same guys
from 2000? What you said, 13?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been around for 9 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, 10 years, because we started in 2010. Yeah. So they're they're older than that now. The band itself is. So I remember like him being like, hey Danny, like where you going, bro? Like, is that it? Like he kind of knew. He was kind of the only one who was really being like kind to me. He was a little bit younger. I think he was like 19 and I was like 21. And I remember being like, yeah, dude, like that's it. I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm like, I think you're the future of this band. I remember telling him that, like, you might be the new dude. So I'm like,
you told him?
Yeah, I was like, take care of it. Like, you're a good fucking guitar player. And I remember I just went home and I was really upset. So I didn't talk to anybody. I think me and Julian got into it over text one more time. And so I had my birthday party was coming up. And I was like, hey, like George and John, the other two guys who are kind of involved with Radar Man.
Yeah.
I was like, do you guys want to come through? Like, I'm going to have a little party, like, you know, catch up. Like, maybe me and them can kind of like hash things out. And then maybe I can like step in from there and talk to the drummer. And they were like, they were like, oh, hey, what's up? I was like, hey, so I'm having a thing. And then they never responded.
Damn.
I was like, all right, cool. I guess that's it.
That was it from there.
Yeah. And then I remember I went on YouTube. No, I went on their page. No, they changed the password for the Facebook, because we had a Facebook, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm out. And then like I remember I went on their page and they had a video with George, and I was like, and he was playing like one of the songs we had just written. I guess,
oh wow!
And I was like, cool, and like Julian looked all happy.
How did that feel, dude?
Honestly, I was so over all that drama that I was just relieved to be out of the band. I was, you know what, this isn't good for me.
Yeah.
Like emotionally, this isn't good for the band. This isn't good for the scene. You know, for this band to be so separated. Like, I think like the drummer is not talking to me. He's kind of like in like blind love with this chick that's really causing issues between him and I. I mean, and that's kind of like what happened with Necrocats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he let like a relationship kind of get in between into the band. Like he would get emotional during practice and he couldn't practice.
What?
Yeah, and then with her too. I mean, when we were playing in Radar Man, I remember we were trying to write new music, and how else would you write new music, Gill? Like you would just you sit down.
Yeah, you sit down and play something
until something
together.
Sounds good, and then you just. So I remember me and we were gonna have we had songwriting days, and she would show up, the drummer's girlfriend at the time, and me and the bass player are like, and we don't have a drummer, so we're like over here like, okay, trying to get a rhythm, but we can't because we don't have a drummer. And she's like sitting on his lap, like taking his attention away, and we're like looking at him or looking at each other, looking at him, looking at each other, and then he's like, so we're gonna write some new songs. I'm like, well, is your girlfriend gonna go like fuck off?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, can we practice as a unit? So it was just like a lot of that. But I mean, at the time, I mean, it's still, I mean, you see it like, man, dude, like, but I mean, I don't think I would be where I'm at in life if that wouldn't have happened. I think it had to happen.
Right.
If I was still playing shows, I don't know if I would have done the barber thing, because I mean, it takes up a lot of your time.
Being in a band?
Yeah. You know, because I mean, how am I going to be taking appointments, you know, 5-6 o'clock every night and then going to practice for 3-4 hours?
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know, and then playing shows on Saturdays, like, and then like playing shows on Sunday, or like let's say they traveled a couple times. I think I've heard from. I'd see flyers for like they come up on my, because I still kind of like see like psychobilly stuff. Oh, like in Mexico this week or whatever. Like people were posting like, oh, I'm gonna go to this, and their name would be on. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't be able to go to Mexico like every other weekend. You know what I mean? Right. Stuff like that. I mean, it looks dope. That's for them. You know what I mean? And that's awesome. You know, but I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have met my wife. I don't think I would have met like all the cool people that I've like. If I would have stayed in the band, I think I would have had a great time.
Yeah, you would have had a completely different life
experience. Yeah,
yeah.
You know, and I definitely feel like it happened for a reason.
Okay,
it sucks because I was like, yeah, it was my band, but I'm happy that my life continued a different way. You know, I was like, man, I'm like, imagine if I would have stayed in that band.
Yeah, dude, that's a good way to look at that situation. Yeah. Do you still like go to shows and all that? I asked Krista the same thing, Alex.
Oh yeah.
If she was still going to shows and stuff. Do you do any of that?
I go to well, I mean, I went to go see Turnstile the other night. That was pretty cool. I mean, it's still kind of punk, you know.
Okay.
So, but no, honestly, I
Not
haven't.
Really?
No, I want to. I would love to go.
I am outliving my 17-year-old dream. Like the past couple of weeks. How many weeks ago? So we Coughing Cats, Three Bad Jacks.
You went to that?
In Ontario, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was funny because I was talking about that. I was like, I want to take her to go see Coughing Cats, my wife. Because like you're gonna see like some real shit. Like
yeah, it's dude. I was telling her, I was like, man, like back in the day, they used to pack venues and there would be tons of people
for them.
We went to that venue and I was like right there up in like Vic's like face.
Really?
Right, up front.
So nobody went? Or
I don't know. Maybe it was because it was in Ontario, but I'm just thinking maybe it's just dying off, and I think the age group are not going out to shows anymore because they have families. They're getting married. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
they're having kids.
I kind of feel like we're the Coughing Cat crew.
Yeah. Right.
Because I remember I went to go see him in Ink and Iron, and dude, I remember like just being. I was just talking about this with the old friend I met. I had gotten in contact with. Like, I remember like the crowd would shove forward, and then we would shove back.
Go to YouTube. Danny's actually in Klingon's video.
Oh my god, really?
Go to Ink and Iron Klingons, and you can see you can see Russ, Amilcar, Ink and Iron. I think it was like 2007.
Man, that shit used to slap.
What do you want me to type in? I'm sorry.
Ink and Iron Klingons 2007. But yeah, we seen
There must have been at least no more than 100 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coughing Cats, Three Bad Jacks, The Wrecking Dead, who else?
I don't think the scene's here anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's because like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in South America.
Really?
Yeah, and I would look up some of the shows on YouTube, and dude, like there's a lot of people. Like the shows that we used to go to, it's like that down there.
Hold on, you're losing psychobilly points because Klingons is spelled with a K.
Yeah, and a Z.
Sorry.
And a Z.
Yeah, it's like KLING.
That's.
32 now. Leave me alone.
That's.
Like, this is the way it should be.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed right now.
When we went to the show for Coughing Cats, he was like, "Wait, you know the songs?" And I was like, "Yeah, who the fuck do you think I am?" He thought I was lame, and he's like, "Yeah, kind of."
Well, now I think you're lame again because you spelled the Klingons with a C and an S at the end.
So it's KLING.
ONZ.
So it's all together?
Yeah, Klingon. Oh, there we go.
Right here, 2007.
But yeah, dude, no more than 100 people.
Wow.
I'm actually gonna see Necromantics next week.
Really? Where?
At the observatory.
I can't believe they're still
Santa Ana.
I can't
Isn't that
believe
crazy,
they're
right?
Still kicking. He's been playing in the Necromantics
since like the late 80s, dude.
Yeah, dude. Does he still have his quiff? Everyone, I remember the rumor that it was fake. Yeah,
really?
He had a fake quiff. Yeah.
Let's keep on scrolling. I found him somewhere. No.
Restless was sick that night. I remember Restless played, and I think Mad Sin was supposed to play that night, but they couldn't make it because one of them got sick or something. So, Restless played, and Restless was bad live.
Yeah.
I remember you guys didn't really want to stay for them just because
I didn't go to that show.
Okay, because I remember I had gone with.
No.
I had seen somebody there.
Ink and Iron Klingons?
Yeah.
Hold on. I was looking for this video. I always like get that image of you guys in my head, and I always
what?
No, of you guys just in the pit.
Wow.
Yeah,
fun.
it's super cool.
We went in so many of those. Loki, I was a little scared.
Is it 2007? There we go. Here it is.
You found it?
Yeah. Oh man. Hold on. I'm gonna copy. What should I do? Copy the link.
AirDrop it.
You can airdrop it.
Yeah.
How do I do that? Oh yeah, I can. There we go.
Where am I? Oh, look! I can see a milk car. Who's that? Oh, no, that's nobody that we know, right? No.
There. Wait. Oh, that no.
Oh, look at there's Kevin. He just went by with the glasses.
Mm-hmm. There's Russ with the Dementor goatee.
Yeah. Where am I?
Did you know like the nose thing?
No, not
on this one.
No, I didn't get that until I was out of. I think I was already like 21 or 22 when I got it. Let me see. I have to be. Whoa.
Do you remember what color your hair? What style?
I think it was a quiff for sure. Let me see. You're gonna see my eyebrows for sure. You see, so there's Kev right there. See him? I gotta be around there somewhere. There's Russ.
There's Russ.
There's me.
Yo,
right there.
Yeah, that was you.
That was me.
That was you.
There's a little like.
Did you see him?
Okay, one more time. Yeah, right there. Yeah, look, there's me right there.
Right there.
That's me.
Right here with the shirt?
Yeah, that is me. Dude, I got so messed up at that show. Oh, you'll probably. I wonder if I'll go back around.
Keep watching the video. I'm gonna go run to the head real quick. I'll be right back.
I remember I got really messed up at this show. Like I remember being super bruised up after. I think I had a scrape on like my elbow. I think I went down on the cement. I remember this show actually really hurt.
Did you ever go to shows?
No.
Okay. I was at a completely different thing.
Yeah, but she's starting. I want to take her to see Coffin Cats because I definitely feel like that's a part of like.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
It was really cool.
And they were super nice to me when I met them too.
I wanted to watch I'm trying to blank.
There's Russ right there. Wow. I'm gonna send Gill a photo right now. I have a photo of myself with a quiff way back in the day. Where is it? It's gotta be over here. I have it in my like photos because
I grew up like on the Long Beach side, so I used to go to a lot of shows like
over it. So you probably went to Cyclone and everything, right?
Yeah, all of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the first Cyclone. I remember like trying to play. Oh, there you go. Here you go, Gil. I sent you something. Hopefully you get it. I think I just airdropped you something, Gil.
I got it.
Cool. There you go. Boom. Look at that.
Oh, there. We need to get that on the.
That's when I had more hair. I have another one too.
That's funny.
Let me see. I have one with the upright bass too.
Do you know how to get that in there?
To get it in where?
Yeah. So save it to the desktop.
Oh, because you can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Look at this.
No, you.
You're gonna dig this one.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna just drag those into the
Desktop.
Boom.
yeah, desktop. Hold on, we're gonna get this on so everybody, all the audience can see it.
So all the old psychobilly heads can see who I was. Mm-hmm. So that was that kid that slugged me.
Mm-hmm. That slugged me?
Yeah, that's the guy who was wrecking me in the pit.
So we did find you, right? We found you in there?
Yeah, that was me with no beard and screaming or something. I was telling them I got messed up at that show.
So where it says Google on OBS, so you're gonna go there and just plus, go to the plus. Yeah, go to image. Mm-hmm. Create new. Okay. And anybody listening, this is how you add a photo into OBS. Go ahead and this is a freebie, but if you want more, go to my Patreon. Just kidding. I don't have one.
Go to my Venmo.
Right there. Yeah, select anyone. And then open. No, it'll just let you do one. There we go. And we just gotta make that smaller. You can add both of them actually.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, but not at the same time.
Before I can grow any facial hair.
Just make it smaller. There we go. There's little Danny.
Oh wow. Look at that guy. Look at that butt chin. I got the haircut at Hollywood's.
Is that why you have a beard now to cover that?
No. Whenever I do shave, I'm like, oh shit! Like,
you just get surprised. You're like, oh, that's what my chin looks like.
Yeah,
now.
I've almost forgotten until I see old psychobilly photos of myself.
There we go.
All bruised up. Probably someone gave me a good one, or I fell or something.
There we go. There's little Danny. How old were you in that picture?
15.
Yeah.
14. I was at Alhambra High right there.
Oh, you guys were like playing actually at the high school?
Squad. Yeah, that was when I was with Necrocats.
Oh, you played with the Necrocats?
Yeah, I
don't remember that.
Yeah, for like kind of like the tail end of their go. They came back when we came back, when everything was still like kind of thriving with us, and they came back for a little bit, but no one really knew who they were at the time. Mm-hmm. It's kind of just like the guys who were like seniors when I was a freshman. They were like, oh, and like they came to the show.
Yeah.
And like I remember like it sucked because like they headlined a show, Necrocat, and I didn't play. I decided that I didn't want to play with them. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna focus on Raiderman. Like that's my band.
Yeah.
So they were trying out different badass bass players. I don't know who any of these kids were that came to our practices because it was always like Raidermen would practice. We'd run through a set, and then Necrocats would try a bass player out at the same practice. So we had three, even a random bunch practice a couple times at our place. So like we'd have like 3 different practices in one night. It was dope. And I remember they kept trying out these different bass players. So they headlined a show one night in Fullerton, and we were right before them. But there was another show like down the street that had like all the bands, like all the punk bands and all the ska bands and a couple of psychobilly bands. So we don't know why these people were throwing this. I think they were supposed to throw like a rival show. Yeah. But we went to like the losing rival show to play. So there was like 18 people that watched us, which wasn't bad. I didn't feel like it was bad. I was like, okay, cool, 18 people. And then Necrocats came on and like it turned into like 4 people. And I remember them being like, fuck, like nobody remembers Necrocats. I'm like, well, yeah, you guys only fucking played in Alhambra.
Damn.
You know? So like they were like, oh, we're going to take a break again. And then they never came back after that.
What was the dude's name? The front man.
Ducky. James.
I remember him.
Yeah.
I think I met him like once or twice.
Yeah.
I've never seen him play, but I just remember seeing him at shows.
He was another good guitar player.
Do you know if he's still in music?
I don't even know where he is. I don't know whatever happened. He was working at Toys R Us in Alhambra. He was like a regional manager. He went up there.
Oh, really?
So I don't know what happened to him after that.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Well, obviously, I think we both know he probably there's no Toys R Us anymore. So
he's probably at Big Lots.
Yeah. Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, something like that. Who knows? You know. But yeah, man. Yeah. He was really good guitar player. Really good. You know, so I remember, yeah, he was cool. I felt like at first he was kind of full of himself, but then once I got to know him, I was like, oh yeah, James is cool.
Yeah. That was a long time ago too, man.
Yeah. I remember being like, because he was like the guy, you know, he looked like Ducky, you know, from Pretty in Pink. So I was like, man, this guy's like cool. But then like I remember like he kind of had like a thing about him, you know. So I was like, oh, like it's probably just the rockabilly thing.
Yeah.
Then I met him, and you know, it was just like me making don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
So I don't know whatever happened to him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think, like, I still follow like the Radar Man, and like the Wrecking Cats. Actually, by the way, the guitar player from the Wrecking Cats, we're still trying to work out a date. He's gonna come in and do the podcast too. Sweet. Yeah, Alex he's interesting story with him. Him and I like met like years ago, like right out of high school. Well, me right out of high school in like 2000, I think like 2010, and then talked for a little bit, hung out, and then like I want to say like 5 years later, me and a buddy of mine went to a bar, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my friend's we're gonna meet up with my friend."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh cool, more the merrier, right?" And like Alex shows up, and I'm just like, "Wait, hold on, Alex, what's up, man?" And like I guess we're just like mutual friends with like my buddy Adam, and like from there, like him and I just like followed each other on social media and stuff, and like I think back then, like he was barely starting to play with like the Wrecking Cats. Now they're back, they're playing shows.
How long have they been around for?
For a very long time.
Were they playing shows when I was playing shows?
No. I don't remember because they were more playing in IE, I think.
I remember the name, but I can't say. I don't remember if I played with them or not. We played with a lot. We played with the Spoofs. Remember the Spoofs?
Yeah,
they were bad.
I remember. I think the Daffies are still playing too.
I don't know if they're the same lineup, but I mean, I had seen their name a couple times. I still follow Mikey, but he doesn't really post anything about the shows or anything. Yeah, but
I think the Wrecking Cats, they opened up for the Coffin Cat show.
Wow.
In Ontario.
Man, that was a band I always wanted to like play with.
Coffin Cats?
Yeah.
They played a great show.
They're good. Is Tommy in the band? He's back in the band, right? The guitar player? Because he left for a little while.
I think so.
He had a back injury or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then he came back.
Think so.
Yeah, he had some other guy. The other guy was cool too, but I remember Tommy was like, that guy was like my idol, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah?
He was the reason why, like, I was like, I'm going to keep playing.
Do you want to play guitar?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I had other influences, you know, like, of course, you know, you have your bands that you like, but that was the guy for me, was Tommy Coffin.
I just got a acoustic guitar.
Really? You started
like playing? A week ago.
Is this your first time playing?
Terrible. No, I've been playing guitar for like 15 years, but I'm still horrible. I still know the same 3 chords, but
at least you know the same 3 chords though.
Yeah, no, I'm practicing.
Did my mom tell you? Okay, are you done with work?
Yeah, we were around the campfire, and I was just fucking around, just tuning. I was tuning the guitar. That's what I need to tell her.
Don't.
Yeah, I was just tuning it, and she was like, "Okay, stop messing around now. Play us a song."
Yeah, I know. My wife wants me to serenade her someday.
Yeah,
I don't know
should.
if I still remember how to play. I haven't played in so long.
Do you still have all your equipment?
Yeah. My mom.
And I've had in my lifetime, I've had maybe about 6 or 7 guitars, but I've always like lost them, like in storages.
Damn.
Just, you know, selling them or, you know, pawning them if I needed the extra cash.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that. But yeah, I picked one up last week because I don't know. I just had a weird inclination to be like, you know what? I'm going to go and get an acoustic guitar. I have no clue why I had that inclination, but
Like, let's go get one. I remember I wanted a Telecaster so bad because there's a band called Los Mumblers.
I remember them, yeah.
They're from like La Quinta, Palm Springs, somewhere out there. But they were so different because they didn't sound like they were psychobilly, but they didn't really like follow like.
I liked them a lot. Yeah, I liked them a lot because they had like a. Can we look them up? They had.
Look up Hulk Smash. That was their song. That was a song that was like, dude.
Los Mumblers.
Because George, I had cut George's hair a couple times, the singer, and that was like, dude, like this is cool.
Isn't he out? Isn't he from Chino?
Somewhere, yeah. Hold on, go down. Look up Los Mumblers Hulk Smash. Because that's the song that I remember. Like that one's like a live one, and that one's actually like pretty cool.
Hulk Smash.
Yeah, they had a song called Hulk Smash.
Mumblers. With a Z or an S?
Z.
Oh, boy.
Come on, it's psychobilly. Everything's with a Z.
With a Z and a K. Is anything that's if it's like if there's a band called Cleaning Lady, it's with a K. Or Cleaning Ladies, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's still on YouTube.
It has to be.
So long ago. There you go. That's
it. Oh, that's the live one?
Dude, they're bad live. They're fucking so badass. They actually had a regular bass player at the show. I still follow them on Instagram. I have all their personals, yeah.
And they still play?
No, not anymore. I don't think they played in like... I think the last time they played was like 2014 or 15. That's George. George is cool, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was another one that I was like, man, like that guy looks like he's like too cool for school. And then I met him and he was like super nice to me.
Who else was associated with Los Mumblers? There's
P-Brains.
It was the P-Brains that I like. There was one song that they played that sounded like super like 60s psychedelic, and I was like, that's For Your Love. That's fucking badass psychobilly.
Yeah, they had a song. I think.
Can we look that one up? What is it called?
For Your Love. It's a Yardbird song, but that one was like a.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
they covered it, but man, they did a good job. They were badass, dude. That P-Brains and then P-Brains and
no, this one. That's I remember the riff raffs. No, that's P-Brains.
Is there a Z at the end?
Yeah, of course.
PEA.
See, look, she's getting psychobilly now. She just put the P.
Yeah. No, it's PEA, right?
Yeah.
P like a P?
Yeah, like a little tiny pea brain. Oh. Like you pea brain? Like that. The Z. Oh, there you go. Is that one with an S? Wow.
Yeah, right.
There you go. See? I do with the Z and it's wrong.
P-Brains. For Your Love.
Yeah.
Yardbirds are they're awesome. Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page.
Damn, does it even come up? Okay, go down. Okay, that's them right there. But I don't know if that song comes up.
Probably not. No, it would have been
better. That was the one that was like the big deal. Was that was the song that got them off the psychobilly charts.
That kind of looks like you go.
Better off then.
Mm-hmm.
If what? If I didn't eat Tommy's like once a week and drank water and
from afar it looks like.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Well, the hair height was spot on.
And the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like you.
Yeah.
And man, we all look the same, huh? Bunch of Mexican kids.
Right?
With quips.
Bunch of Chicanos with quips.
Yeah.
Can we? No, I wanna hear them.
Oh.
It's been years.
Yeah, dude. They're bad. Another influential band for me. They still play.
Do they really?
I think so. Not very often, but they do come around. Dang, look at there's the guy.
Oh, that's
Grim.
Yeah. Have you seen him now, dude?
Dude, he lost a lot of weight, bro.
Yeah.
I ran into somebody that was kind of still like in the psychobilly scene, and oh yeah. I showed somebody a picture of him, of how he looks now, and they're like, no fucking way. He lost like almost all of the weight he had. He's like slim now, super slim.
Yeah.
The only way you recognize him by is like his crazy eyes when he played, because he had like these really like crazy eyes when you be playing. Like you really like took on like the psychobilly.
Yeah.
They were badass too. The Grims, all those bands are sick.
They still play too.
Yeah.
They still play.
Victims, Riff Raffs. Riff Raffs are good.
I don't. Dr. Bizarre. Do they? I don't even. I don't know. I haven't seen.
They're from San Fernando. They were around that time. They were around with like P-Brains and all them, but they didn't play very consistently. But they were sick. They had a couple EPs. And they were bad.
I need to bring on like a like a younger kid that is into psychobilly to see like what the scene is about now.
Where are they at?
Right? We were just talking about this the other day. Like you drive by a high school, there's no punk kids. There's no psychobilly kids. There's no greasers. There's no rockabilly kids. Like, what the fuck?
I don't see them in Alhambra at all anymore either. Like, I used to see them, like, I'd see like one or two, and I'd be like, oh, look at.
Yeah.
There's my past. I'd be driving by like, oh, shit, they're still around.
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. I don't think I've seen punk kids either. But, I mean, I went to go see Turnstile the other night. Have you heard Turnstile?
Mm-mm.
They're kind of like punkish. They're kind of moving. They're kind of being like more progressive with their music.
Mm-hmm.
But there were kids there. But you know what's funny? I mean, they kind of look like Edgar's a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of have like that hair,
but
they're listening, like they're singing like Turnstile. They're singing their songs. And stuff like
really?
That. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about the Edgar haircut. Is that the trend right now? Do they come in and ask you for that?
It's changing now.
Oh yeah, it's not.
There's a what do you call it? Evolution?
An Edgar evolution.
There's an Edgar-lution.
Edgar-lution.
Yeah, that's happening. They're starting to do mullets, and you know what's funny? A lot of people are doing them.
Really?
Guys who are like 30, people who are like 20, kids who are 16. It's like it's not like an age bracket, but they're moving on from that Edgar cut, and they're starting to.
It's evolving.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know what's funny is that one of them came in and he goes, can I have a scruff? And I'm like, what's that? Like, what? And he shows me, I'm like, oh, a mullet. He's like, it's not a mullet. And I'm like,
yeah,
it's a mullet. You're just trying to make it sound cooler.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, well, we call it a scruff now. I'm like, all right, I'll give you a scruff.
How important is it for you to keep on to trends like that?
You know what? I mean, I definitely see it. I mean, you'll just start to see it happening more and more and more. Like it's, not that I won't like push it. Like, oh, hey, like you should try this or anything. Like they'll just start to come in and people will start to.
They'll just ask you. Things. Do they show you pictures?
Yeah.
Of what they want?
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny because like I did. One of my buddies grew his hair out during the pandemic. He had long hair down to his shoulders. And he was like, hey, I want my hair to look like this. And he showed me like some baseball player that had that kind of mullet look now.
Yeah.
I guess scruff or shag or whatever. And he was so nervous that I was going to mess it up. And I was like, dude, I'll be extra careful. I promise. And I do it for him. And he like was in love with it. He was, oh my God, like, Danny, oh my God, you did such a good job. And I was like, well, yeah, you're very adamant that I do a good job, so I made sure I did. And so then he did it, and then I started doing like, he was like the only one I had for like 8 months. Then another kid came in, a younger guy, and then a guy who had like an Edgar cut did it, and then like a guy who usually gets like a comb over, he just started his.
Is that what it looks like?
Okay, see the third one next to, or fourth one next to Lil Nas X? yeah.
That was Lil Nas X.
That is him.
Just randomly there.
That's what it's looking like right now.
It's kind of like a combination.
It's like, yeah.
The front is still like Edgar-ish.
It's kind of like, when they do Super Saiyan. So Edgar's Super Saiyan 1, that's Super Saiyan 2. I don't know what Super Saiyan 3 is yet. Maybe they'll just fucking cut it off. I don't mind it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that people are doing, because this style.
Oh, look at that one. Look at the orange one. I like the orange one.
Look at that. Gill, we found your next cut, bro.
I totally get that.
Come to the shop, dude.
All right.
I got you. Ooh, look at him.
That's suave.
Yeah. See, that's like a really nice one.
Right.
See, that's what people are doing.
Yeah, that's basically what I had like in 2020.
Dude, were you the patient zero?
I think so.
Down the pit vipers, bro.
I did have that.
Yeah, the George Washington hair.
I would love to do this haircut, but like
that was my favorite phase.
I have a feeling that like everyone around me would be like, Danny, why are you trying? Because I'm trying to keep up with the trends.
Yeah. Oh, look at that one. I've seen that around.
We're getting a lot of them, man. I mean, I did 2 on Tuesday. I did 1 on Wednesday. I think I did 1 today.
What city is your shop in?
So the shop's name is Speed and Style, Speed and Style Barber Shop, and it's in Whittier, California.
Oh, you're in Whittier.
I'm in Uptown Whittier.
Oh, really?
I'm right across from Crepes and Grapes.
Oh.
So it's Greenleaf and Bailey.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think this is time for you to...
All right.
Start plugging shit in, bro.
Yeah, so come visit us at Speed and Style Barbershop on Greenleaf and Bailey in Whittier, California. Call or text us to make an appointment. We'll be there.
Look at is so cool that he didn't add us.
Oh wow, look at that. I didn't even check. Look at that.
Through, though.
Oh man. Here you go. I'm gonna confirm it right now. Oh yeah, look at him. I didn't approve you guys. Oh yeah. Really?
Refresh it.
No.
You got 1 minute and 30 seconds.
I saw it come through.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There's my wedding photos.
Congratulations, by the way, bro.
Thank you. It's the best day of my life.
Aww.
What are you benching now, dude? Look at.
Oh, that's a squat, dude. And it's a benching. I mean, I don't really love benching all that
No,
much.
what squat is
squatting.
that? What is that?
That's 315.
Jesus Christ, in the 350 club.
Yeah, 315. I'm
trying to 315.
I'm trying to get the.
Take that back.
Yeah,
you're out of the club.
I'm up there. I'm in the 315.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. So that's what I'm up to these days.
So your shop, Uptown Whittier. What's it called?
Uptown Whittier, Speed and Style Barbershop.
Cool. Do you have anything else you wanna? Oh, there we go.
That's my main.
She's on
right
it
there. Speed and.
Yeah.
There you go.
Speed and Style. Oh, there we go. There it is.
Go. That's the shop.
Booyah.
And that's where you'll find me. So definitely call. Ask for me. We'll make an appointment. That's one I did right there.
Right here.
Boom. So that's me. It's our shop.
Cool, man. I gotta come visit you. I don't have hair, but I'll.
Bro, come
that
on.
looks
I
cool.
will buzz your head. Yeah, you'll like it, dude. The shop's freaking awesome.
The Mind Buzz.
I don't know how to end this, but peace and love, brother.
Peace and love, man. Thank you for
Thanks for coming out.
This was a lot of fun. It was good seeing you. We got to do this other than the podcast.
Yeah, I'm down.
For sure.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys. Thank you.